Hello, pupils! Today we are going to discuss English 7, Unit 8, Art and Creativity, İnce sanat ve yaratıcılık. Lesson 1, Music is food for our souls. Musiki ruhumuza gıdadır. Okay, let's get started. Today we are having an interesting topic, I think, and we will discuss it. And as you know that in the first part, we are discussing the topic as it is the speaking task of the lesson. So let's get started. What is music for you? Okay, as I am here alone and I have to answer the questions myself without you. Okay, what's music? I think it depends on a person and mainly it depends on a character because each person can give different answers according to his character or mood. But as for me, music is incredible, unbelievable thing or notion that influences humans' feelings. So simply nowadays we can't imagine our life without music. If we compare it with the ancient times, if you have ever thought about it, in ancient times people really could go to concerts. Even they were not concerts, of course. Only just royal families or in the houses of rich families. Maybe they invited some musicians, yes, to their houses or palaces or castles. Maybe they could listen to some kind of music. But gradually, with the development of technical devices, it was penetrated into our lives than any other thing in the world. For example, with the development of the MP3s or just music centers, TV sets, or radio sets, or other portable CD players, it became much easier for us to have an opportunity to listen it wherever we like. For example, nowadays we can just listen to music while sitting at home, while sleeping, even while driving a car, yes, just wherever we like and whenever we like. So these notions created a great chance for us to listen to music. And that's why the music is in the very center of our life today. Okay, next question. What can music give people? Okay, I think that this is the main question. What can give? So why do people just listen to it much more than anything else? Okay, I think that music can give people, first of all, energy. Yes, positive energy, relaxation, motivation, just encouragement. What else? Everything, happiness. Okay, if we identify, let's identify. First of all, it can improve mood. Yes. For example, if a person feels himself sad, he listen to music and it can give him relaxation. Okay, it can reduce his sadness. It can give him positive energy. So it can give him happiness. Of course, when a person feels happy, he just wants to listen to music in order to jump, just to dance. Yes, in order to raise his energy much more than ever. So everyone knows that music has a healing of power, of course. It can even bring memories. Yes, for example, sometimes we can't remember something, and when we just listen to some kind of music, a piece of music, just we remember something. Oh, it was in my childhood or in my youth when I was listening to this music. I was doing something, and so on. So this is the kind of music that it can bring healing. It can bring memory to the people. And mainly nowadays at some hospitals, even some patients are treated by the help of music. For example, there are such kind of types of music that is called meditation or some kind of spiritual music that is used in the healing of people. And besides, some people like to listen to music while sleeping, yes, while they are going to sleep. And if you cannot sleep, doctors or psychologists mainly just advise people to listen to slow music. Of course, slow music in order to make him just sleep more easily. There are different kinds of music. I mean, fast music or slow music, yes. I think it depends on a person, character, as I mentioned before. Slow music, people usually just listen when they are feeling something, they are fall in love, or just they are thinking about something, or regretting about something even. But fast music, they usually prefer while they are doing some sports or even morning exercises or aerobics, because it can enhance aerobic exercises. It can give physical stimulation and even moral stimulation to the listener. That's why we use at every part of our life music. Okay, what impressions can music create in you? I think that I've mentioned. Okay, pupils, here you are given keywords. Let's pay attention to the words. The first is spiritual, connected with the human. So what's spiritual? Manevi, ruhi. For example, spiritual talk, manevi sohbet, spiritual music, ruhu okşayan musiki, etc. Appeal, it's a formal request to a court of law. What's appeal? It is ariza, müracaat. For example, if you want to apply for a work, first of all, you have to give an appeal first of all. Okay, maintain, it's a verb. To make something continue at the same level, standard, that is to keep something same. For example, saklamak, koruyup saklamak. For example, Azerbaijanis have maintained their traditions for a long time. Yani adettenelerde uzun müddet koruyup saklayıblar. Aesthetic, made in an artistic way. Yani estetik. Okay, what kind of aesthetic? Aesthetic views, yani estetik bakışlar, aesthetic thoughts, estetik düşünceler, even aesthetic anesthetic nose, estetik burun, etc. we can say. Mankind, all human beings thought about as a large group. Mankind, so all human beings, all people. It is beşeriyet. Okay, enrich, this is a verb. To improve or enhance the quality or value of something. Yani bir şeyin keyfiyetini, değerini artırmak. To enrich, to improve, to develop, inkişaf ettirmek. For example, to enrich vocabulary, söz ihtiyatını zenginleştirmek. To enrich, to enrich vocabulary, we mentioned the lifestyle of life, yani hayat tarzını zenginleştirmek, etc. Okay, exercise number 1. Read out the passage and make some comments about music using the given words or word combinations. Okay, high spirit, yüksek ehval ruhiye. Mood, insanın ruh hali. Yani ehval ruhiyesi diyebiliriz. Entertainment, fun, eğlence. Useful, faydalı. The part of life, hayatının bir hissesi, bir parçası. Enjoyable, zevk veren, haz veren. A great pleasure, büyük memnuniyet. Brilliant, âla. Important part, vacip bir hissesi. Spiritual, manevi, ruhi. Okay, music is truly the one universal language of mankind. Musiki beşeriyetin yegane hakiki dilidir. I think people can't live without music. Bence insanlar musiksiz yaşayabilmezler. Music in art, fun and a great pleasure. Musiki ince sanattır, eğlencedir, büyük bir memnunluktur. It's also aesthetic, emotional, mental, social and spiritual pleasure for us. O hemçinin estetik, emosyonel, akli, içtimai ve ruhi gıdası da, memnunluğudur bizim için. Music is an important part of life. Musiki hayatın vacip bir parçasıdır. Music gives people high spirit and mood. Musik insanlara yüksek əhval-ruhiyyə bəxş edir. Sometimes music can help people to improve or maintain their health. Bəzən musiqi insanlara kömək edir. To improve or maintain their health. Yəni öz sağlamlıqlarını qorumağa. To improve dedik əslində zənginləşdirmək, inkişaf etdirmək. Burada health-dən istifadə edildiyinə görə improve health yəni möhkəmləndirmək, sağlamlıqlarını möhkəmləndirməkdə kömək edir. It can enrich our inner life. You see, inner life. That's the great word here. O bizim daxili həyatımızı, yəni mənəvi həyatımızı, iç dünyamızı zənginləşdirməyə kömək edir. The best types of music, classical, jazz, pop, rock, rap, folk, electronic. Yəni musiqinin ən yaxşı növləri klassik, jazz, pop, rock, rap musiqisi, folk və elektronik musiqidir. Okay, exercise number 2 and the dialogue out filling in the gaps with the correct prepositions. So we are given here a dialogue. We should put correct prepositions in the correct places. So let's read and translate. Hi, girl, what are you doing? I think this is simple. You can understand it. I'm listening to music. We know that after listen, we use listen to. Listen to the radio, listen to the music, etc. So I'm listening to music. What kind of music? We know that after kind, when we usually ask questions, this is a special type of question. What kind of music? Necə bir musiqiyə? Necə bir musiqiyə? What kind of music do you listen? Do you like to listen to? Again. I like folk music throughout. And what about you, Bessem? What about you, Bessem? But I like pop music. What other kinds of music do you know, Aygül? Jazz, rock, opera. What is music for you? Senin için musiqi nədir? What is music for you? Can you imagine your life without music? Imagine. What's imagine? Təsəvvür etmək. Deyir ki, siz həyatınızı və ya sən həyatını musiqisiz təsəvvür edə bilərsən without music. I think no, məncə yox. Music is food for our souls. Musiqi bizim ruhumuzun qidasıdır. For, yəni ruhumuz üçün. For our souls. Music is a product. Our mood may depend on music. So we know that in English, there are some verbs, they need some prepositions after them, like listen to, depend on, okay? It means that usually after the verb depend, we must put on. To depend on, yani asılı olmak. For example, the children depend on their parents. Uşaqlar valideynlərindən asılıdırlar. I depend on my mother. Mən anamdan aslıyam, etc. Our mood may depend on music. Yəni bizim əhval-ruhiyyəmiz musiqidən asılı ola bilər. I agree with you. I agree with you. Mən səninlə razılaşıram. Okay, the verb agree has two prepositions that follow follow it, with and to. If there is somebody after agree, we use with. For example, I agree with you. Səninlə razılaşıram. Yəni agree'dən sonra şəxs gələrsə, biz burada with işlədirik. I agree with you. You see, I agree with you. Səninlə razıyam. I agree with the people, insanlarla razıyam, etc. To is written when there is something. It's not a human being. It's not a person. Just think. Eğer bir eşya gelirse to işlədirik. For example, I agree to this work. For example, mən bu işlə razıyam. I agree to the work. To. Yəni, deməli, şəxs gələrsə, I agree with you. Əgər hər hansı bir əşya, məfhum gələrsə, I agree to the work or something. So, yes, music has a deep intellectual appeal and a strong ethical effect. Musiqinin intellectual əqli appeal. So, we mentioned that appeal is something that like ərizəl, Müracaat, yes. Here we'll translate it as müracaat. Yani musiqinin dərin intellektual bir çağırışı var. Müracaat yani burada çağırış kimi deyəcəyik. And a strong ethical effect və çox güclü etik bir təsiri var. It can create a special spiritual world for the listener. Kimin için? Dinleyiciler için. Yani o create a special spiritual world. Yani dinleyici için xüsusi, ruhi veya manevi bir dünya yaradabilir. And I think to play a musical instrument is a great pleasure too. Bence musiki aletini ifa etmek de büyük bir memnunluk hissi verir. You are right, Aygül. Tabii ki sen haklısın, Aygül. Okay, number 3. Look and answer the questions, make a chart, and sort out saying which ones are our national musical instruments. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, number 3. Look, answer the questions, make a chart, and sort out saying which ones are our national musical instruments. Okay, let's see. So we see different kinds of instruments, musical instruments here. Let's identify. In the first place, we see tar. Let me say that there are some musical instruments that they belong to special nation or special nations, and they are not translated exactly into other languages. For example, tar, this is our national musical instrument and it belongs to us, and that's why the translation is not correct in other languages. So given other translation is not correct because its name is tar and it is translated in other languages as tar as we know it. Okay, so this is tar. Second, here comes saz. This is also our national musical instrument, but as it has different kinds of it in different nationalities, in different cultures, that's why it has variations, okay? That's why we may come across with the different types and as well as different names of it, like tambourine, for example. It is the oldest version of saz. That's why we can name it as tambourine, but I think that the saz is the correct translation of it. So the third one is accordion. Accordion, it's translated as accordion. Okay, this is piano, you know it. This is violin and saxophone. This is clarinet. Coming to this, it is gaval, yes, in our language it is gaval, and it is the national, again, it's a national musical instrument, but it has some variations in different nationalities too. That's why it may be translated as tambur also, which has some just wheels around it and which makes some sounds. Okay, yani kenarlarında fikir vermişsem demir halqacıqlar olan buna bənzər bir qaval da var ki, ona tambur deyirlər. Bizimki isə belə deyək, dəmirsizdir, halqasızdır. Ona görə that's why we can call it qaval as it is in reality, and the other version of it we can call tambur. And this one also, kamancha, it's not translated. If we want to translate it, we can also come across with this word or instrument in other nationalities too as well. But it is translated as bow, yes. But I think that kamancha is the real exact translation of it, just not to change it in other language. And also nagara is our national instrument, but you can come across with the translation of drum. Yani drum kimi de karşınıza çıkabilir. But drum, I think it's another thing. It's not just correct national variant of this instrument. That's why it is nagara. Okay, let's identify. This is our national instrument. This is then this one, and this one. What musical instrument can you play? Okay, what's your lovely musical instrument? Sample, this is a tar. The tar is our national musical instrument. I can play the tar, etc. Okay, let's come to other exercise number 4. Creative work. Write about traditional music in your country. It will be essay for you, of course. You will write some your own opinion about it. Number 5. Look and make your own advertisement. Yani reklam çarkı, bir elan yerleştiririk, reklam qoyuruq. City Exhibition Center, şəhər sərgi mərkəzi, Native Azerbaijani Art and Music, Azərbaycan Milli İncəsənət və Musiqisi Special Exhibition, xüsusi bir sərgidir. It's open from 9 till 18, yəni 9-dan 18-ə kimidir. Music, a great pleasure, musiqi, böyük məmnunluq, come and enjoy this music, gəl və bundan həzz al, have a nice evening, yaxşı bir vaxt geçir, axşam geçir, etc. So this is advertisement. Bu sizin elanlarınızdır. İstədiyiniz bir şəkildə əlavələrinizi də edə bilərsiniz. Number 6, pair work. Role play. Talk together to decide the following. So, the kind of music you play. Yes, of course, it was given here. I didn't understand. I didn't answer to that question. Let me answer it here. Of course, you have to answer this one, but as you are not here and I'm alone here, let me answer myself. What kind of music I like? First of all, I like slow music, lyrical music. The kind of what kind of music? And here was given, what can you play? I can play piano. I can play the piano. I can play the piano. And from my childhood, I went to musical school where I had learned the piano lessons. And besides, in my youth, I used to compose songs as well. I have up to 50 or 60 songs, which I had composed them nearly 20 years ago. So that's why I like music. But to tell the truth, nowadays I don't listen much more to it. Maybe I don't have enough time, or I don't know. Okay, the kind of dance you perform. I usually different types of dances I like to perform. It depends on my mood, of course. The name of your favorite band. There is no favorite band for me nowadays. As I mentioned that nowadays I don't usually listen to music. What has influenced your music? Wow. What has influenced my music? I think it was a gift given by God to me, because composing songs, composing music is not given to all people. So I think that it was given as a gift to me. And what influenced my uncles, my aunts can play in different musical instruments. Maybe it comes from them. Let's say so. So records you have made. Of course, I've made a lot of records when I was... Okay, peoples. Exercise number 6. I spoke about myself, and I would like you to speak about yourselves as well and send me your voice messages. Okay, what music do you like to listen to? What musical instrument can you play? What influenced your music, let's say, taste, etc. Whatever you like, but about music and about your personal music style, etc. Okay, I am waiting for your answers. Okay, grammar folks, we are given here a little grammar box. Just article, the use of article. We know that the verb play can be translated in two versions, like to play. If we use it with musical instruments, we translate it as çalmak. For example, to play the piano, piyano çalmak, to play the tar, tar çalmak, to play the guitar, gitar çalmak, to play the violin, skripka çalmak. So in this case, we use definite article the in front of musical instrument. But if we use the verb play with the sports as tennis, volleyball, football, we don't use any article. For example, to play tennis, to play chess, to play handball, to play volleyball. So there is no article with the sports, but there is the article with the musical instrument. And besides, so we know that if we speak about something in general, we don't use any article if it is uncountable noun. For example, music. Yes, music is an uncountable noun. So if I say that music is the soul of the life, for example, we don't use any article. But if I say that the music I listened to yesterday was very, very touchable or just admirable. Okay, so the music which I listened yesterday. So this is the definite form. That's why we use article there. Or, for example, health. Health is a more important thing in our life than anything else. So here we don't use any article because we are speaking about health in general. But if we say specifically, for example, the health of the people nowadays who suffer from coronavirus are very important for our, let's say, republic. Yani indi koronadan əziyyət çəkənlərin sağlamlığı. So the health of the people who suffer from the virus. So this is the specifically mentioned one. That's why we use the article here. So life culture is the same. So number 7, insert articles where necessary. Let's say people can't live without music, because music is an uncountable noun. We don't use an article in front of it and as well as the, because we speak about it in general. To play a musical instrument. You see, we mentioned here that with the special types of musical instruments, we use the. But if we say in general that musical instrument, musiki aleti, sadece olarak değilse, so we know that instrument is a countable noun. That's why there is an article of it here. To play a musical instrument is a great pleasure. It's a great pleasure. This is a set expression. Hazır bir ifade is a great pleasure. My sister enjoys playing the piano. So play the piano, it's given here. If a person, because person is countable, if a person wants to play the guitar well, he has to practice it often. Happiness is often the product of honesty and hard work. So you see happiness, as we mentioned it here, like this. Happiness. So we speak about happiness in general, not the happiness of my friend, the happiness of my schoolmates, etc. So happiness in general. Happiness is one of the product of honesty, okay, uncountable, and hard work again. So the flood did a lot of damage to the monuments of the city. Let's pay attention. The flood did. If it says, eğer burada deseydi ki, the flood does a lot of damage, edir. We can think a little, biraz düşünebilərdik. Yəni, daşqınlar şəhərdəki abidelərə ziyan vururlar. Ümumi hala desəydi, if it was in the present simple, indiki qeyri-müəyyən zamanda olsaydı, biz onu ümumilikdə düşünə bilərdik ki, bu daşqının bir xüsusiyyətidir. Ama buradan did verildiğine göre in the past tense ve biz başa düşürük ki bu artık olmuş bir hadisedir. That's why we use the article before it. The flood yani məlum bir daşqın artık olmuş bize məlum olan. The flood did a lot of damage. A lot of in the plural but damage is uncountable. That's why we can't add any s here. A lot of damage to the monuments. Why did we put the here? Because we know it's exact, it's specifically. Yani bize artık məlum olandı. Belli bir abidələrə ziyan vurub. The monuments of the city. Number 7. Pollution yani çirklənmə is one of the greatest problems facing the mankind. You see? If we compare this, flood happened, yes, daşqın baş verib, artıq biz bunu bildik. Burada isə pollution, yəni çirklənmə, bəşəriyyətin üzləşdiyi ən böyük problemlərdən biridir. Deməli, hər zaman üçün bu belədir. That's why if we speak in general, we should put no article, zero article here. Pollution is one of the greatest because it's in the superlative degree, the greatest problems facing the mankind. Usually we use the sun, the moon, the sky, the world, as well as the mankind. Number 8, don't eat in this restaurant. Bu restoranda yemək yemeyin. The food is awful here. Çünki qidası, burada verilən qida. So, do you know the Azerbaijani people had a very rich musical culture? Azərbaycan xalqının zəngin musiqi mədəniyyəti var. Muğam is the main genre of Azerbaijani oral music of classical tradition. Yəni muğam Azərbaycanın klassik adət-ənənəsinin, şifahi musiqisinin ən əsas janrındandır. Main genre. Genre burada janr sözüdür. In 2002, UNESCO declared Muğam one of the masterpieces of the oral and intangible heritage of humanity. 2002-ci ildə UNESCO deməli masterpiece burada şah əsəridir. Muğamı şifahi və intangible. Burada fikir verək uşaqlar, intangible, tangible, maddi deməkdir. Yəni əllə toxunula bilən, hiss edilə bilən, görülə bilən, toxunula bilən. Intangible, vice versa bunun əksinə, yəni əllə tutulmayan, toxunulmayan, sadəcə hiss edilən və ya buna necə deyə bilərik? Tangible, maddi, intangible, qeyri-maddi, yəni mənəvi. Heritage isə irs deməkdir. Deməli, 2002-ci ildə UNESCO muğamı mənəvi, humanity, insanlığın mənəvi irsinin şah əsəri kimi, şah əsərlərindən biri kimi qəbul etmişdir. The birthplace of muğam is Azərbaycan. Yəni, muğamın doğum yeri, yəni belə deyək ki, peyda oluşu Azərbaycandır. The history of Azerbaijani muğam dates to the ancient periods. Tarixi deməli qədim zamanlara gedib çıxır. Three major schools of muğam performance existed in the 20th century. Qarabağ, Şuşa and Baku. 3 əsas deməli muğam məktəbi var. Bunlar da 20-ci əsrdə burada Qarabağ, Şuşa və Bakı məktəbləridir. Muğams like Rast, Şur, Bayatı Şiraz and so on are famous all over the world. Rast, Şur, Bayatı Şiraz və digər muğamlar bütün dünyada məşhurdur. The main theme of muğam is usually love for the motherland, nature and mystical love for God. Deməli muğamların əsas mövzusu, məğzi vətənə məhəbbət, təbiətə məhəbbət və mystical love for God, yəni Allaha olan mistik bir sevgidir, yəni sirli bir sevgi. Muğam is the symbol of truth, quest and pleasure of achieving a goal. Muğam doğruluq simvoludur, rəmzidir, bir axtarışdır və məqsədə çatma uğrunda bir axtarış, bir məmnunluqdur. That's all. Thank you very much. See you. Bye bye.